Summer break is just a few weeks away. Oh, can you believe it? I know. And if you have kids, now is the time that you have to start preparing for all that extra at-home time and plan for the often dreaded task of assigning chores. Luckily, we have Maria Eckersley, who is a busy mom, always looking for ways to make things go smoother at home. And today she's here to share a totally new way to look at the job chart. So why are you such a big, you've got 6 kids.
I have 6 kids.
You're a woman I can trust.
That's
with
right.
The jobs.
This works.
Right? Why are you such a big believer in the job chart?
Well, really, I do a job chart for 2 big reasons. First, I really like to avoid the nagging. You know how it is. Like, you feel like you're constantly nagging. Say, can you get that? Could you do this? And so job charts help me there. And second, I love that it stops fights before they even start. So fights like who gets to sit by mom at the dinner table or who gets to be in the front seat of the car, they're all controlled on this chart.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. So this is kind of the magic recipe to stop all of the summer bickering, which I think is the thing that drives us all nuts. In fact, I have to tell you this just because we're on the topic, that when I was little, my mom used to do these no contention treats. Like, we do them, and it was like, if we were good all day long, we got a half a can of soda. And it was such a big deal,
That's
right?
how desperate you get.
So leave the half a can of soda, avoid the sugar, and go to the job chart. Okay, so walk us through this. This is the job chart. This is the Ulta job chart.
So
okay,
in our family, once you're 5 years old, then you're on the official job chart. Okay, so there are a few that aren't on
accountability in Maria's
Yes.
family. Get things done.
But it's too much hassle for me to make custom jobs for teenagers versus little kids. So in my house, everybody does everything. And so all we do is we have a strip. So you can see they have daily jobs, kitchen jobs that they do like at meals. They have a big Saturday job, something that's fun in the week, so we'll talk about those, and then a pet job, and then a family night job. And then all I do is I rotate the kids. So this stays the same, and then each week I just rotate these little magnetic pictures. So this is Sam, and his job this week is all blue, and then next week he'll be green, and next week he'll be pink, and it's a game changer.
Okay, and I love that you have your kids, because that's a big thing. You've got teenagers and a 5-year-old, and a lot of people are in that situation. Just say, do what you can with unloading the dishes, like whatever that means for a 5-year-old.
Yeah, if I'm bugged at this teenager, she gets to help Sam.
Better yet,
exactly.
We can use it as a punishment chart as well, people.
Right.
Okay, so they go through this. Now tell me a little bit about how you've split these up into categories.
Sure.
Like you said, you've got the daily, Saturday fun, and then how do you make sure that the workload works for the kids?
Right. So each day they have to do their daily job. It's school time of year. It's, like when they come home from school, they can't have electronics, so they get these done. And then their kitchen job at night. And then really it doesn't really matter what age they are. I just assume like whatever ability they have, they're going to unload the dishes to whatever ability they have. But to keep them accountable, we have a job called the inspector. That's a daily job for us. And I have a little daughter who's not on this chart. Her name's Violet. And so there's a job called Vi Helper. Their whole job is to watch Vi while I cook, while I do blog posts, whatever I do, their job is to watch Vi. And they also inspect. So we have these cute little printables that help keep track of that. So the inspector grabs one of these and they walk around the house and they check off, okay, dishes got done, whatever, daily jobs got done. And then at the end of the week, we use this to determine allowance and what they earned.
Okay,
so I don't have to go look at it.
So you're not on auto mode for allowance, because summer's a big time for that with kids, and we all, when you've got kids at home, they're wanting to ride their bikes to go get an ice cream or something. Yeah, they want money.
Yes.
So their allowance is kind of determined upon their ability to fulfill those.
But if they want extra money, we also have this piece. So this is money jobs is what we call them.
Yeah, I like money jobs.
And really all it is, again, it's a simple little printable. It's on my site. And it is this is like extra mile jobs. So this one is, we have those window wells outside, in our yard that gather all kinds of junk and balls and whatever. So there's a job to clean out the window wells. And if they do it, they get this swig card that's attached to it. Or sometimes there's money. Sometimes it's like a promise of, hey, you don't have to go to bed at 10 o'clock. You can go to bed at midnight. So these job descriptions, they're awesome. And whenever they need money and they come to me and say, Mom, I need 20 bucks or whatever, I just say, look, there's 20 bucks. Go get those done.
I love this. Because I'm always trying to think of things in the moment.
Yeah.
When they come and ask for the 20 bucks and you think, gosh, what could you actually do? But this is a good idea. Just stick it on your fridge, have it sitting there.
Right. And then as you walk around your house and you see things like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get to the fridge, I just go, I'll just make a money job.
Perfect.
I'm going to put it on there.
That's the kid's responsibility.
Exactly. It's like getting myself a promotion. Right. I'm done.
Right. This is full management, because you've got the inspector here to just make sure everything gets done. Okay, what about switching out jobs? How often? Is it daily?
No,
weekly?
It's just once a week. So on Mondays, when they head off to school, or Monday morning, I just switch the pictures around. So they just rotate through. So Hannah, who's my oldest, she'll switch over to blue, and they just rotate down. So you can see these are just magnetic, and I just pop those off and rotate. So now she knows she's the blue jobs for that whole week. So that's her job all week long.
And do you talk about, there's the inspector, but is there a conversation about how are they going? I mean, if people are kind of aren't up to snuff.
Yeah,
or
I mean, it's not going to save
like?
you from all nagging. You're still going to have to say, like, did you get your daily jobs done? If they don't, though, then they lose their electronics, which like stops all joy in the house.
Right?
So
that's the end of the world for kids. So,
as a mom,
okay.
you have to figure out what your kids, trigger points are and set those up. My kids, if you take away electronics, it's like,
that's the end.
Fine, I will do whatever you want. So yeah, that's kind of a piece of it, is figuring out what your kids' motivators are. And they're different for each kid. Some kids don't love electronics, and their big motivator is, I want to be able to go outside. So,
So attach that to the job.
Yeah.
Okay, but speaking of fun, I want to talk a little bit about this fun job, because I think this seems like a fun. Talk us through the categories or the jobs that you have listed.
Yeah, this is what makes this job chart a little different for us. I didn't want the job chart to feel so naggy and annoying. I want them to look at it also to be like, ooh, what do I get to do this week? So we have jobs, especially in the summer, these are a lot more useful. But we have a sous chef, and then one night a week they get to pick a meal and help me make it. Nothing fancy. They might pick pizza from Little Caesars, but they get to help me, go get it, pick it out.
Yeah.
So that's this one. Host means they get to pick where we're sitting at the dinner table. You'd be surprised how many fights revolve around where you sit at the dinner table. So the host, their job all week long is to pick where everyone sits. The DJ, they get to pick the music for our Saturday cleanup, because, they all have their own music taste, and we blare it loud.
Oh, yeah.
They also get the prime seat in the car because they can control the radio. So they get the closest
Look
seat
at
to the
this,
driver.
the full DJ mode. I love that.
This saves fights.
Right?
Movie Man, when I go on a date with my husband, they tend to watch a movie like together as kids, and so they get to pick the movie and any fights that involve the screen. So if there's a fight about the TV about what they're going to watch after school, the Movie Man is the trumper. They can come in and say, nope, I've decided. We're going to watch this.
I'm starting to think I'm going to go ahead and make this chart for my husband and I, because I'm like, hold on one second. Save
I
a
am
fight
the movie
here.
man.
Save a fight here. I will be
Yes.
the movie man for this weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I'm just trying to stop fights. I hate the fights, and I hate being the referee, so this helps me.
Okay.
So night owl, we have 6 kids, so it's hard to get one-on-one time with any of them. So the night owl job means just one night a week you can pick a night where you get to stay up like half an hour later than every other kid and hang out with Jason and I. So you get to maybe play a game or just watch Netflix or whatever, but they just stay up a little later and hang out.
It's so fun. Okay, so show me how I put this together.
Yeah, it's actually so easy. So I'm kind of lazy that way. So all it is a frame. I bought, this one is an IKEA remnant, like from the as-is department for like $2.
Perfect.
And you just want to take the glass out of your frame and use that as your template. So you're going to go to Home Depot and buy sheet metal. That's what this is.
Okay.
Super cheap. They have it in a bunch of different sizes, and you just want to get one that's a little bit larger than your glass. And then you're going to lay your glass right on top of your sheet metal and use a Sharpie and just, draw this shape. And then I have tin snips, but Home Depot will cut it for you if you don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're really good about it.
So take it into Home Depot or grab some of these.
Yeah, bring your frame and then bring it into Home Depot and say, cut this for me, because it's kind of sharp, and if that's not comfortable to you. But these are, $10, $15 at Home Depot too. So that's really all it is. Then I just pop this metal in where the glass would go and hang it on the wall. And then the printables on my site, and every piece, I didn't laminate them. They're just printed, and then I stick, this is magnetic tape that you can buy at Walmart or Target.
Okay.
You stick that on the back of all those pieces, so they're all completely removable, really easy. It's like a, $5, $10 hack.
Awesome.
It's great.
Maria, you just changed my entire summer.
It's a game
so
changer.
Excited.
I'm telling
it really
you.
is. Okay, tell us about your website so we can print these.
You can find tons of mom hacks on my site. It's mecmom.com for Maria Eckersley. And on Instagram, you can find me at mecmomlife.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Maria.
I'm happy to.